There's a good fish. That's a nice one. There we go. There's one. And bring it off this lip. Yep, because there's a light. Got it. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, there's a little bit better one. Yep, we have. Get in here.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Back out on the water today, and I'm super excited because we're on a small lake that has a lot of bass in it, and it also has some big bass. This is a public lake. It's only about 150 acres. It's also trolling motor only, so we cannot run the big motor, but that's perfectly fine. We're probably gonna fish this whole lake today, and hopefully we can catch some big old bass. You know, one thing about it is we have 51-degree water temps. We have air temps right now of about 48, and they're really not gonna warm up much more than that. It's super cloudy, and there is a chance of rain over the next couple hours. I'm really hoping the rain holds off so we don't get wet, but the water's fairly stained, and I'm thinking we can get a pretty good moving bait bite going today. So potentially the crankbait, chatterbait, spinnerbait. I also have the jig on the deck as well. But what we're looking for is to just have a good day on the water, and we're gonna set a goal of catching 5 bass over 12 inches while we're out here today. I definitely think that's doable, but I don't know. The fishing's been a little bit tough. So let's go ahead and get started. We got a little bridge right here behind us. We're gonna start off throwing the crankbait on that, and then we're probably gonna work down some flats and all, throwing the spinnerbait, chatterbait, mixing it up a little bit. So let's go ahead, let's pick up a rod, let's get to casting. Let's see if we can catch a big old bass. All right, y'all, so we're right here at this little bridge, and this actually goes to another part of the lake, but we can't get under there. The bridge is so low, like you would need a kayak or something to get under there. But we're gonna throw around this bridge. We're just gonna crank it. I have a flat side crankbait on, like a spring crawl color. They call it spring crawl, but really, I love this color in the fall, like that chartreuse with that orange belly. Seems to work really, really good for me on a lot of different bodies of water. So, like I said, we're on a small lake today, but there's a pretty good, ooh, I don't know if that was a bite or what that was, but there's a pretty good population of bass in this lake. So I'm hoping to be able to have a good day and potentially catch a whole bunch of fish out here. That's what we want to do. I probably ought to throw the jig on this as well, but I don't know. We're just going to crank it right now. I might pick that jig up here in a second, throw around it. But this lake has right much wood up along the shorelines for the bass to get around. It has a little bit of rock on some points in different areas of it as well. So they tend to hold fish pretty good. So we're gonna fish all of that. But I would love to get on a moving bait bite just to be able to go along and kind of chunk and wind and consistently get bit. Not trying to beat my crankbait on the side of this bridge right here and just explode it. But yeah, we're just looking to have a good day and catch some fish. And I'm throwing my crankbait on a 7-foot. This is the Lew's TP2, the 7-foot medium. This is the composite rod, the blended medium action rod. Loads up really good throwing the crankbait. Really like it when throwing a treble hook lure like this. And I just have this on 15-pound test C21 P-line copolymer. So I'm throwing it on 15 because this lake is not super deep. If I was trying to get maximum depth, I would be going with like a 10-pound test or something like that. But there's so much wood here that I really want to make sure I have, you know, good abrasion resistance and plenty of strength to be able to get them out if I get hung. And then I'm just throwing that on a Lew's. This is a speed spool. This is a 5:6 to 1 gear ratio reel. I really like throwing my moving baits on 5:6 to 1 gear ratios. I even throw my spinnerbaits and my chatterbaits on 5:6 to 1s as well. It's just a personal preference. I really like that, you know, that slow retrieve especially once you get into winter and all, but I fish it on it in the summer too, so it's just a personal preference. I can speed up way better than I can slow down, I can tell you that. But we're probably going to pick the spinnerbait up here in a second. Spinnerbait or chatterbait, I don't know which one I'm going to pick up on this shoreline, because this is a big flat, and right now I'm just dragging the crankbait through these leaves. So let's see, what are we going to pick up? Tell you what, I'm actually going to pick up the jig and fire the jig around this bridge real quick. See if we get bit there, and then we're going to work along this shoreline right here with the spinnerbait, and then we'll probably jump to that side. Got a bunch of wood and stuff over there, but we'll see if we can get a good fish right here on the jig. Alrighty, so we fished around the bridge a little bit, got one bite on the jig, but that was it. So now we're picking up the good old spinnerbait, and this is the 3/8 ounce. This is the Finesse Tour spinnerbait, Strike King, and this is in the spot remover color. This is definitely one of my favorite colors in the spinnerbait, and I'm throwing this on a 5/6 gear ratio reel and a 6' 10". This is the Mach 1 medium heavy spinnerbait rod. So we're just going to go along the shoreline here. We're going to throw this, see if we can get bit. You know, we're in 7 foot of water, so we have plenty of depth right here. And we're just going to see if we can catch a big old bass on the spinnerbait. That's what we're going for. I definitely think these fish should be up and feeding. So we're going to see if we can coax one with the spinnerbait to start off with. And then if not, we're going to try something else. The lake level looks good. It doesn't look low like a lot of other lakes and rivers around right now, because we've had so little rain. So it's definitely kind of normal pool, which is surprising. Like I said, I hadn't been here since March, so I really didn't know what to expect as far as water clarity and water conditions, but it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. There we go, there's one. There's one. Little guy on the spinnerbait. All right. I was waiting for that bite. Little guy, first fish right there. Really, I was just getting ready to change up baits and thinking about picking up the crankbait, but pretty little fish there. Not exactly sure how good the lighting is on that back camera right there, but we're gonna let that guy go. Pretty one. Thank you, bud. He was over 12 inches, so he's gonna go to our tally. I did not weigh him. I just wanted to catch 5 12+ inch keepers. That's all I wanted to do. So that was fish number 1, and he hit it hard. I mean, he absolutely smoked it when he bit it. But even though I just got bit on the spinnerbait right here, I'm actually going to put it up and pick up the crankbait. Now, I know a lot of y'all might be like, well, you just got bit on that. Why in the world would you switch? Well, that's just because for the amount of water that I fished, I really don't think that I've gotten as many bites as I probably should have. So we're gonna pick the crankbait back up, and we're gonna see if we can get bit on this. So let's get to slinging this around, see if we can get us another bass. It's still sprinkling a little bit right now. As long as it stays like this, I'm perfectly fine. Now, if it starts to downpour or something, I'm not gonna love that. Not gonna love that at all, but this is fine. This is fine. What will make it even better is if we just absolutely go to whaling on the bass while cranking. I'd love to get on a good cranking bait bite. I about messed that up. Good crankbait bite. There we go. But sometimes they're on it in here and sometimes they're not. But I know this spring it was in here. I had a really good day out here cranking. And this particular shoreline is the shoreline that I caught them on as well. So catching that first bass was pretty exciting, because if they're on this particular shoreline, we should be able to do pretty good. There's one. This feels like a little one, and it is. But hey, we hadn't thrown the crankbait very long, and we just got bit. There we go. Chill out, my dude. Little guy. Not going to go towards the tally, but got him cranking. Got him cranking. Oh, he come off. Oh, he came off. That was one right there. That fish was up pretty tight. Pretty tight up on the bank there. Okay, so maybe I need to cast it like a little bit closer and bring it off this lip. Yep, because there's a bite. Oh yeah, there's a little bit better one. Yep, we have. Get in here. All right. Yep, that's a better fish. We got him right in the nose, I mean. Heck yeah, pretty fish. I was popping out of that stuff. And man, look at that. Spotted up. Got them pretty spots on him. Absolute beauty right there. That is our next keeper. That thing is thick and healthy. Wow. All right. Easily 1.5 pounds, maybe even 1.75 pounds. Beautiful fish. All right. On that crankbait, I think we're making the right decision with the crankbait. I really did not want to drift up here this close, but that was like 2 casts in a row. And I like hit a piece of wood and I popped it off. And when I popped it off, that fish ate it. Good deal. All right, let's restart this back camera. Oh, I'm getting trigger happy now. I hit the end of this treetop and I'm just a swinger. I might need to come back down this shoreline, maybe with a spinnerbait or something, maybe, or maybe even throw in, you know, a jig up there. Not 100% sure, but I'm getting a lot of trash on the crankbait. I'm just thinking that maybe if I could come through here a little bit cleaner, I might could pick up a few more bites. The only thing, the chatterbait does not come through. I might could switch it to a little bit shallower running crankbait. But the only thing is, talking about the chatterbait does not come through wood very good at all. But if they're biting it good, then that's another thing. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of leaves on this. I might have to switch up to just a little teeny bit shallower crankbait. And also something else, if you watched the video this far, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And also, if you enjoy the channel and you want to support in another way other than just, you know, watching the videos, I do have memberships to the channel. And once I get 20 memberships, I'm going to start doing a monthly live for members only. So right now I have, I believe, 5 or 6 members of the channel. I appreciate y'all very much. But if you want to support a little bit more, like I said, the memberships are open, and you know, that's something that you could consider. But either way, be sure to subscribe, and I appreciate all the support. And just for you clicking on this video and watching this far, if you're this far, like I said, I appreciate it so much. So hopefully we can catch some more bass as we work back here around this point. I definitely think that there's some fish around this corner. So we're going to throw the crankbait all out here and see if we can get bit. We're probably going to throw the jig off this point right here as well. And I'm probably going to pick up the chatterbait as we work back along this same shoreline. We're probably going to turn around and go back down it, but we're going to fish this point right here first very thoroughly. I think that chatterbait's going to get us some fish. There's a good one. That's a good fish. That's a nice one. Oh, he absolutely loaded up on it. Not quite as big as I thought, but I'm gonna tell you what, he crossed up that crankbait. Man, that was a good bite. Wow, what a healthy fish too. This fish is just a tank. Ooh, hang on there, buddy. He's gonna grow up to be a giant. Get out of there. Man, look at that fish right there. Beautiful, beautiful, healthy fish. Probably 1.5 pounds or so. Man, he locked up. Check that dude out right there. I mean, just an absolute gorgeous fish right there. Thank you, bud. On this point, he smoked that crankbait right on the opposite side here as I was cranking it. I mean, he just absolutely stopped it. The way he bit it at first, oh, whew, I don't know if that was a bite or a rock, but the way he bit it at first, I was like, man, that dude is an absolute hammer. We're gonna see if we can get another one out here, see if there's another one ready to eat on the other side of this point. But that was a really good bite. Really, really good bite. Cast off this point right here. All right, so just because I know that there was a decent amount of fish on this shoreline, I'm gonna pick up the chatterbait. So we're gonna pick that up, we're gonna throw that, see if we can get bit on this. Like I said, the only thing with this is it does get hung up pretty easy, so you gotta be kind of careful with it around the wood and all, but this thing will get bit. I mean, especially when the water temps are like they are, 50, 51 degrees. I mean, this thing is a catcher. So we're gonna go back along this shoreline and see if we can get bit on it. And another good thing about this is I don't have to worry about leaves so much. A chatterbait really comes through leaves very, very good. So that's definitely one good thing about it as well. But we're gonna see if the old chatterbait will get us a big one. Oh no, that was 100% a bite. That fish completely knocked slack in the line. Completely knocked slack in the line. This is right where I caught those fish at. Dang it. I brought it right off the front of that drop off and that fish just smoked it. All right, well, nothing on the chatterbait. I'm a little bit surprised, a little bit, but we're gonna throw, I just oiled this reel. I'm not sure why this thing is squealing. Like I oiled all the bearings on this reel that are like easily accessible. But we're gonna turn around and we're gonna throw this jig a little bit up on the shoreline, see if we get bit, and then we'll kind of go from there. Yeah, we got the screaming eagle here. The screaming eagle. Ooh, that was a bite. He's got it. Yep. Got it. Get in here. Little porker on the jig. I knew if I came back down here, I was like, I'm gonna get bit if I come back down here with the jig. That is a 12-incher all day right there. Fish number 4. And let's put our rod right here. A pretty one. He thumped it out on this drop off, swam out with it. Nice fish. So we've done caught fish on 3 different baits now. The spinnerbait, the crankbait, and now the jig. That fish, when I hopped it off that drop off, he absolutely thumped it. I think there's right many fish on this particular shoreline right here. Like just by the amount of bites I got. I mean, I caught 3 off of here with a crankbait. Got bit again with the chatterbait. And then just caught that one right then. See if I get one right here. This is right about where I got bit with the chatterbait right here. Oh, that's a bite. Oh, dang it. That fish absolutely knocked slack in my line when he bit it. Dang it, that was probably a good one too. I tried to catch up to him. Oh, he just bit it again. Is he on it? Dang it. That was a good bite. That was a really good bite. I came up on it and I was like, I don't have anything. It felt like my line had just been cut. That fish absolutely thumped it when he bit it. Dang, hate to miss them like that. A lot of times they're the easiest ones to miss though, because when they bite it, they're coming at the boat so hard, you end up missing them. It's just hard to catch up to them. But that was a good bite. All right, y'all. Well, fast forward at least 2 hours since my last bite. We're all the way back here at the dam. I picked the crankbait back up, and we're gonna see if we can make it happen back here. I'm gonna tell you, things have really slowed down, and I don't know if the bite is just shut off, you know, with this little bit of rain and all we got going on, or if we're just in an area of the lake that is not owned right now. You know, it just, I don't know if there isn't a big population of fish back here, or if this back end of the lake just really isn't good right now. I'm not 100% sure, but definitely something's going on. Something is going on. So we're gonna fish along here. This dam isn't super deep right here, but we're gonna fish along this, and we're gonna get over on that other side, fish down that, and we're gonna kind of see if we can generate a few bites. If not, we're gonna go back up to the front, obviously where we got bit at in the beginning, and we're gonna see if we can catch some more fish, because I'm kind of surprised that I've done went as long as I have without a single bite. I got that one last bite on that point on the jig, and that's it. I mean, major shutdown after that. But I think I'm just gonna crank the rest of the time and see if we can get bit on this. I definitely thought that we would have number 5 by now. That is for sure. There we go, there we go. All right. Doggone, it had done been quite a while. I don't know if this fish is gonna be 12 inches today. Oh, and it didn't matter. It did not matter because he came off. Dadgummit. I knew I had him hooked like right in the end of the lip, like right at the corner. I was hoping he was gonna come on in the boat though, but he didn't. All right, well, at least we got a bite. Maybe we're getting back into the fish. I mean, that's the first bite that I've had in a while. I was questioning whether I needed to change colors of my crankbait, like what did I need to do? But we're gonna keep on with it. We are gonna keep on with it. I cast it kind of way off the shoreline right here. It's kind of, you know, pretty shallow, and I'm trying to keep it out of the leaves and all. But that was a bite. Alrighty, y'all. Well, I'm gonna make just a couple more casts. I've actually fished probably 45 minutes or so longer than what I was even planning on fishing, just trying to get this 5th bass, trying to get him in the boat. And I'm gonna tell you, these fish have just completely shut down on me. I mean, complete shutdown. I cannot get bit on anything. I'm throwing the spinnerbait now. I've done work this whole right-hand shoreline, well over 300 yards probably of shoreline, in and out of these pockets, and I just cannot get bit. I mean, it's just, I think the weather, the conditions have changed a little bit. I think just
they've just shut down. They just said it's not happening today. We're done feeding up. And you know, the winter can be like that, you know, especially being that we've had this funky kind of, you know, fall and winter. Like it's been warm, cold, warm, cold, warm, cold, and like the water's gotten cold and the water's warmed up and the water's gotten cold and water's warmed up. And I think a lot of these fish just don't really know what they want to do. And it's been fairly tough on a lot of bodies of water that I've fished. It's been kind of weird. It's been a little bit tough, but today was no exception. We did catch some fish. We did put some in the boat, you know, nothing big, couple little nice chunks, but you know, kind of missed them early on. And I think I had a small bite window that I didn't really realize. And when that bite window was done, it was done. It was completely over with. But yeah, definitely not satisfied with the fact that I did not catch 5 keepers. Not at all. But that's fishing. You can't always catch them. I know y'all have been where I'm at, and y'all know that, you know, it ain't easy. It can be pretty tough, but the lighting probably is not that good, I'm going to be honest with you, because it's so cloudy. I don't even know where the sun is, but it's getting pretty late in the afternoon. But I'm going to go ahead and get this thing loaded up. I really appreciate everybody that watched this video. If you did watch it all the way through, thank you so much. Be sure to like and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Go check out some of my other videos, some of my good tournament stuff where I'm just cracking them and doing some winning, because today was a little tough. But I appreciate you watching, so I will see you next time on Gunfish TV.